My name is Emily Brady-Young and I am Research and Evaluation Lead for Together Active Future.
Hi, I'm Michelle Fletcher, so I'm Marketing and Comms Lead at Together and Active Future.
So we hosted our second ever Curiosity conference here in Burnley. Tried to use Burnley Town and based ourselves out of the Mechanics Theatre, our offices here at Lodge House, our workshop spaces, and other culture venues around the town. And we did that so that the conference allowed people to move between venues. We're required in our work to produce reports, demonstrate impact and show evidence. But actually where that really travels is when we come together in person.
So we've got a really wide reach of people in different sectors, different organisations locally that may just contribute a day a week, 2 days a week to the work that we do.
The way TaAF have gone about it to be this collective is to bring in somebody who might be a partnership manager, a researcher already embedded in a council, a leisure lead already embedded in a leisure service, a GP already embedded in a practice manager. So all these different sectors, a school head teacher and middle leaders within schools, and to buy, essentially we've used the funding to buy people's time to come and do things differently, but more importantly to come together, to learn, to consider all those touch points across people's lives, because what TaAF really comes down to is navigating the system of which humans move through their life. So we don't just go to school and therefore just an intervention in a school is going to be appropriate for a child. So what we've done is unsiloed those sectors and brought them together using this funding from sport and in this different way.
With the foundations of our work being based around physical activity, we thought it was really important to have that physical activity connection there. So we wanted to allow people time to not only walk around and explore Burnley and some of the work that we're doing, but move between venues, more time to connect and chat with them.
One of our biggest challenges over the last few years is to share what we've been doing so well. We've got great evidence of great impact of lives, organisations, systems and cultures being changed, but that takes a lot of time. So bringing people to Burnley to share what's worked for us in our circumstances and to hear what's worked for others in their circumstances is a good use of people's time to do that. It is about demonstrating impact. It's like our annual report in a day, but it's also a catalyst for the next year. In workshops, people could truly experience alongside somebody they've never met before, but leave a workshop having built a new relationship and a connection and having had a common experience. The benefit of that is they may remain in touch or have learned something from someone in a different sector. Sometimes conferences don't have that time to start a conversation with someone who you wouldn't usually talk to. We've designed that in.
It's a really good way of bringing people together from across Pennine, Lancashire and wider. Really good opportunity to share knowledge for people like me to learn from other people as well. From a delegate point of view, I was really impressed about the wide range of representation in terms of other sectors. So we've got obviously physical activity, we've got people from education, we've got people from the health sector, primary care networks, local government as well. So it's a really good opportunity for people to come together and share ideas.
When people bring up their own personal and specific points and through the work that they've done, you soon realise the connections that fall into place with your work as well. It was like a really positive experience.
How do people develop the confidence, the capability, the skills needed to influence change within our places and communities, hopefully to try and tackle inequalities and make things better, to talk together, to learn together, to share some good practice, to challenge each other about things that we've done or might do in the future. It feels just like a really constructive way for us to explore how we can move forward in the work that we're trying to do and the things we're trying to accomplish.
I really enjoy the TaAF conferences for a couple of different reasons. So one of the reasons is definitely deepening those connections. You might have just heard a name, you get to have a chance to have a little chat with them, put that face to a name. It's quite informal at different times throughout the day, so you can sit and have lunch with people and definitely deepen those connections. It's all about learning together, and I really appreciate and enjoy that about this conference.
What I love about this conference is it's all about movement. And everyone understands that at this event. It's like movement is health, happiness, all of those things. Everyone is really connected and chatting, and it's almost like a networking event. It's like there's such a buzz in the air and building friendships that can support our missions.
For TaAF, a lot of what we're trying to do always is demonstrate the influence we're having across the system, and that can take a long time. And so it's vital we find these touch points along the way to be able to demonstrate impact so that people can really believe in what we're doing. Just being in the children and young people room, which is absolutely beautiful setup, and hearing those inspiring middle leaders share their stories of impact from their place, and how they are sowing the seeds of change that are starting to influence the culture and an ethos of a school, was a pretty incredible thing for me to learn.
So I've come from Blackpool today, come on the train and brought my bicycle into Burnley, and I've had a really great day in Burnley today. Learnt lots, met lots of people. I've managed to meet the active travel officer, one of the active travel officers from Lancashire. We're now arranging a visit to Blackpool to discuss all things active travel, so really great. And here he is. Right on cue. So you're coming for a Blackpool visit, aren't you? And we're going to take this gentleman biking on the prom.
Hopefully we can work together to see what they're doing well at Blackpool that we can piggyback off, and hopefully we know we can work together because we built that relationship starting from today.
Yeah.
I did a roundtable talk today and I got talking to a person that was really interested in applying for funding for their local authority, and I've been able to connect with him. I'm going to be supporting him further with his applications so that his intervention within his local authority will have a chance at being evaluated by one of our teams. It is great to hear about all the physical activity research and interventions going on in the area, and how all the referral schemes are working differently within local authorities.
I came here to present and share kind of what we've done to date in terms of evaluation and learning, just kind of introducing people to our approach and how we've kind of used metaphor to help people engage with evaluation and learning and the process. And just a chance to kind of like not be sat down for too long. Appreciated that kind of thoughtfulness put into the event.
I like learning, I want to implement it more. How do we make more of a difference? But also it was really great to hear from some of the other places about their journey about disability inclusion, how can I help to support them. I was very fortunate to be with Ken and the system leadership, great individualised learning, and I used that when I was talking earlier about the training that TaAF had provided me through system leadership. We all have a story to tell, and this is a really safe space for people to be able to share that. We don't get everything right, and that it gives you permission to test and learn, to try new things, new ideas.
In one day, we communicate so many stories without the industry of writing, producing, sharing, socials, brings it back to human connection.
So after the event, we had a lot of people come to us with really positive feedback and connections that they've made, asking for more information. It wasn't just about the people that were arriving there on the day, but they wanted to take this back to their organisations. They wanted to share it with colleagues.
One of the items we designed into the conference was a shared space for our presenters and our delegates to access, not just to see what was happening throughout the day, but to be able to access the slides, the content, any of the relevant materials. We've also encouraged people to connect on that shared space. And by connections, we overuse the word connections, but really connections are important so that people know who to call when they want to learn a little more or when they need an ally to lean on. And that's what this conference has created, a real set of allies and wing women and wing men to lean on as we step into new spaces.